topic of the live session, the like COVID challenges, like whatever we are facing, like COVID challenges. We are here to discuss with Dr. Manjula. We are just waiting for her to join the live. It's gonna be my first live on Instagram, so I'm like much excited to discuss this topic with you all. And we're just waiting for Dr. Manjula to. హలో నమస్కారం
Hi,
డాక్టర్
how are
గారు.
you?
ఐఎమ్ బాగున్నాను, మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? లైక్ సో
I
ఎక్సైటెడ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో
బాగున్నాను.
మచ్. ఈ షార్ట్ నోటీస్ లో మీరు ఈ లైవ్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేశారు. బికాస్ చాలా మంది చాలా స్ట్రగుల్ అవుతున్నారు. చాలా
Right.
క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లైక్ బ్రెస్ట్ ఫీడింగ్ చేసే వాళ్ళకి లైక్ ఏం చేయాలి, నేను బేబీ ఉన్నారు అని చాలా వరీ అవుతున్నారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
This is the testing
లెట్ మీ
times కదా పాపా. These
యా
are the
చాలా
testing
కష్టం,
times.
చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంది. ఎక్కడ ఎవరు చూసినా సరే ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎవరు ఏం వర్డ్ చెప్తే మనం వినాల భయం వస్తుంది. బిఫోర్ అండ్ ఆల్
Right.
వీఆర్ వెయిటింగ్ టు హియర్ సమ్ గుడ్ న్యూస్. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా న్యూస్ చెప్పాలి, ఏదైనా కాల్ వచ్చినా ఏదైనా ఫోన్ వచ్చినా సరే అయ్యో ఏం చెప్తారని భయంగా చాలా ఉంది.
Agreed.
బట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ, మీలాంటి వాళ్ళ సపోర్ట్ వల్ల వీఆర్ లైక్ స్టేయింగ్ సేఫ్, సపోర్ట్ గా ఉన్నాము. లెట్ మీ గివ్ ఎ క్విక్ ఇంట్రొడక్షన్ టు ఆర్ ఆడియన్స్, మా గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళకి. సో Dr. Manjula, she's a gynecologist by profession, and I'm a big admirer of her because I follow you in many places because I like your, you're wearing a sari, the how you present yourself, everything. I'm big fan of it. Dr. Manjula, she's a Padma Shri award winner and the 4th highest Indian civilization award. And ఎంత చెప్పినా కూడా తగ్గదు because you are like all rounder in everything. Thank you so much, ma'am. మీరు ఈ రోజు మా గ్రూప్ లో లైవ్ వచ్చినందుకు.
Welcome. I it with the thing today because అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ విషయాలు మనం మాట్లాడాల్సినవి చాలా ఉన్నాయి. So we will talk about that.
Yeah. So basically చాలా మంది mothers, any questions, and I got more than like 100 questions they asked, so I try to just everything together.
Yeah.
And I try to answer you like manam like split chesanu, so we can go ahead with that. The first question ఏంటంటే కోవిడ్ వచ్చింది, సో ఇట్స్ ఎవ్రీవేర్ నౌ. సెకండ్ వేవ్ వచ్చింది, ఇండియాలో చాలా బ్యాడ్ గా ఉంది. సో థింగ్ ఇస్ వాళ్ళు చాలా పానిక్ అవుతున్నారు ఏం చేయాలి అని. సో ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్ దట్ దే నీడ్ టు స్టే సేఫ్ ఎట్ హోమ్ అండ్ ఆల్. బట్ బేబీ ఉన్నారు, బేబీకి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుందో, నాకు కోవిడ్ వచ్చింది, నేను కోవిడ్ కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయ్యాను, ఏం చేయాలి అని చాలా మదర్స్ అడుగుతున్నారు.
కోవిడ్ కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవటం ఒక పార్ట్, కోవిడ్ రావటం ఒక పార్ట్. సో రెండుగా మనం డివైడ్ చేద్దాం. కోవిడ్ కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయ్యి ఇంకా మనకి పాజిటివా లేదా అని తెలిసినప్పుడు ముందు ప్యానిక్ లోకి వెళ్ళకండి. ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కోవిడ్ రావాలని రూల్ ఏం లేదు. సో మీరు ఫస్ట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఐసోలేషన్ లోకి వెళ్ళండి, మీకు మీరు సెపరేట్ గా ఉండి టెస్ట్ కి ఇవ్వండి. నెగటివ్ వచ్చినా మళ్ళీ 5 రోజుల తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి టెస్ట్ చేయించుకోండి. మీకు మళ్ళీ దగ్గు వచ్చినా, ఏమైనా ఫీవర్ లాగా వచ్చినా, వేరే సిమ్టమ్స్ ఏమైనా టేస్ట్ లాంటివి లేకపోయినా మళ్ళీ వెంటనే టెస్ట్ ఇవ్వండి. తర్వాత మైల్డా, మోడరేటా, సివియరా అనే దాన్ని బట్టి మనకి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ప్రోటోకాల్ మనం చేస్తాం జరుగుతుంటుంది అనమాట. కొంచెం బ్రెత్లెస్నెస్ ఎక్కువైనా, దగ్గు ఎక్కువైనా, తెమడ రావటం లాంటివి ఏమైనా జరిగినా, పల్స్ ఆక్స్ లో ఆక్సిజన్ తగ్గినా అప్పుడు సిటీ స్కాన్ చేయించాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది. సో అది మైల్డ్ అయినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం మనము, సెల్ఫ్ ఐసోలేషన్ చేసుకోవటం, బలమైన ఆహారం తీసుకోవటం, మల్టీవైటమిన్, ట్రేస్ ఎలిమెంట్స్, యాంటీ ఆక్సిడెంట్స్, ఒమేగా 3 ఫ్యాటీ యాసిడ్స్, వైటమిన్ డి, గ్రీన్ లీఫీ వెజిటబుల్స్, ప్రోటీన్స్ ఎక్కువ తీసుకోవటం, ఇలాంటివన్నీ చేసుకుంటూ మనం మన పనులన్నీ చేసుకుంటూ సెల్ఫ్ ఐసోలేషన్ లో మన పనులు చేసుకుంటూ, ఫీవర్ కనుక వస్తే డోలో వేసుకోవటం, మరి కానీ చూసుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. ఆక్సిజన్ బ్రెత్లెస్నెస్ వచ్చినా, కొంచెం నడిచినా మనకి బ్రెత్లెస్నెస్ వచ్చినా, లేక మనకి ఫీవర్ ఎక్కువైపోయి తగ్గకపోయినా వెంటనే డాక్టర్ని సంప్రదించడం, అప్పుడు హాస్పిటల్ వెళ్ళాల్సిన అవసరం రావడం జరుగుతుంది. సో మోడరేట్, సివియర్ గా ఉన్నప్పుడు తప్పనిసరిగా హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్ళి ట్రీట్మెంట్ తీసుకుని అవసరం అనుకుంటే అడ్మిట్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో ప్రతిదానికి భయపడక్కర్లే, ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయినంత మాత్రాన మనకి ఏమీ రాదు. సరే పాజిటివ్ వచ్చిందంటే ఏం చేయాలి, నేను చెప్పినట్టుగా మైల్డ్, మోడరేట్ కనుక్కొని తప్పనిసరిగా ఆన్లైన్ కన్సల్టేషన్ తీసుకోవాల్సిందే డాక్టర్తో. భయపడిపోయి అన్ని తప్పు సమాచారాలకి అన్నిటికీ వినకండి. మాస్క్ మన మొహానికి ఎలా పెట్టుకుంటున్నామో చెవులకు కూడా పెట్టుకోండి. అవసరమైన సమాచారం మాత్రమే వినండి, డాక్టర్లు చెప్పేది మాత్రమే వినండి, పక్కోళ్ళు ఎదురు చెప్పేది వినకండి. అది ఇంపార్టెంట్.
యా అది కరెక్ట్. మీరు సెల్ఫ్ ఐసోలేషన్ ప్రికాషన్స్ నిజంగా చెవికి మాస్క్ కంపల్సరీ ఉండాలి. అండ్ ఇంకొక మదర్స్ అడుగుతున్నారు నాకు, లైక్ లైక్ కోవిడ్ వచ్చింది, క్యాన్ బ్రెస్ట్ ఫీడింగ్ మదర్ if she gets COVID, can she feed the baby? లైక్ బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ ద్వారా బేబీకి కోవిడ్ వస్తుందా అని చాలా మంది ఏంటంటే ఫ్యామిలీ వాళ్ళు బేబీని ఇవ్వట్లేరు మదర్ ని ఒక రూమ్ లో పెట్టేసి మేము బేబీని ఇవ్వమని ఫార్ములా ఇస్తున్నారు. అసలు లైక్
చాలా
నేను
తప్పు.
చాలా
ఫస్ట్
మంది అలా
మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే మనకి బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ లో వచ్చినన్ని యాంటీబాడీస్ అంటే ఏంటి, మనకి మన వ్యాధి నిరోధక శక్తి అనేది బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ లోంచే వస్తుంటుంది. సో దాన్ని మనం దూరం చేయడం వల్ల మన బేబీని ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ కి వేరే రకాల ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ కి కూడా ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవడానికి ఎక్కువ ఆస్కారాన్ని ఇస్తున్నాం మనం. అందుకని బ్రెస్ట్ మిల్క్ అనేది తప్పనిసరి. కాకపోతే మాస్క్ అనేది మెయింటైన్ చేసుకుంటూ ఆ పాలు ఇవ్వాల్సిన టైంలో మాత్రం తీసుకుని పాలు ఇస్తే బేబీకి కోవిడ్ యాంటీబాడీస్ కూడా మదర్ లో ఏవైతే ఫామ్ అవుతాయో ఆ యాంటీబాడీస్ కూడా బేబీకి వెళ్ళి బేబీని సేవ్ చేస్తాయి. సో బ్రెస్ట్ ఫీడింగ్ ఈజ్ అడ్వైజబుల్. వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు కూడా, ప్లస్ కోవిడ్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు కూడా, ప్లస్ వ్యాక్సిన్ తప్పనిసరిగా తీసుకోండి. మనల్ని మనం సేవ్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఈ రోజుల్లో చాలా అవసరం.
సో కెన్ కోవిడ్ మదర్ గెట్ ఎన్ వ్యాక్సిన్?
ఎస్, బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ 4 weeks. ఎందుకని అంటే మనకి యాంటీబాడీస్ ఏవైతే ఫామ్ అయ్యాయో అవి చాలా ఉన్నప్పుడు మన వ్యాక్సిన్ ఇవ్వము. ఎందుకంటే వ్యాక్సిన్ ఇండ్యూస్డ్ యాంటీబాడీస్ ని ఆ యాంటీబాడీస్ వాష్ చేసేస్తాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అడ్వైజబుల్. అలాగే అక్యూట్ రియాక్షన్ ఏదైతే మనకి వ్యాక్సిన్ ఇవ్వగానే ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుందో అవి ఇవి ఫైట్ చేసుకోవడం వల్ల స్పార్క్స్ రేజ్ అయ్యి మనకి బాడీలో ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ రియాక్షన్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి కోవిడ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఒక 4 వారాలు మినిమం గ్యాప్ ఇచ్చి అప్పుడు వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంటుంది. 4 weeks to 3 months.
సో కోవిడ్ మదర్ ఏ వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకుంటే సేఫ్? 2 types ఆఫ్ వ్యాక్సిన్ ఉన్నాయి మన ఇండియాలో. సో ఏ వ్యాక్సిన్ సేఫ్ అంటారు?
రెండు సేఫే. ఎందుకని అంటే రెండిట్లోనూ యాక్టివ్ వైరస్ లేదు. మనకు తయారు చేసిన వ్యాక్సిన్స్ టైం టెస్టెడ్ వ్యాక్సిన్స్. పాత రోజుల నుంచి మనం ఏవైతే అటెన్యూయేటెడ్ వ్యాక్సిన్స్ అంటే పవర్లెస్ వైరస్ వ్యాక్సిన్, దాన్ని పవర్లెస్ చేసి తీసుకున్నది, లేక వైరల్ స్పైక్ ప్రోటీన్ మాత్రమే తీసుకుని వెక్టర్ వ్యాక్సిన్ మీద వేసినవి అంతే. మనకి వైరస్ లేదు, లైవ్ వైరస్ అనేది లేదు. సో రెండు సేఫ్. ఏది దొరికితే అది తీసుకోండి.
లైక్ కోవిడ్ వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల పాల ప్రొటెక్షన్ తగ్గిపోయిద్దా?
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ నో రిలేషన్ అట్ ఆల్. బట్ మీరు స్ట్రెస్ కనుక తీసుకుంటే దానితో తగ్గుతుంది. సో కోవిడ్ వస్తుందేమో అన్న భయము, వ్యాక్సిన్ తీసుకుంటే తగ్గుతుందేమో అన్న భయము, ఏమైపోతుందో వాతావరణం ఇలా ఉంది అని అనుకునే భయాలు, ఈ భయాలతో మిల్క్ ప్రొడక్షన్ తగ్గుతుంది. ప్లస్ పెయిన్ కిల్లర్స్ ఎక్కువ తీసుకుంటే మిల్క్ ప్రొడక్షన్ తగ్గుతుంది. అంతే తప్పితే కోవిడ్ వ్యాక్సిన్ వల్ల తగ్గదు.
సో many are asking like, can you speak in English? So
you started in Telugu, so I started talking Telugu
because I want to cover both of them. Like we have like Telugu mothers and we have everybody. We like, yeah, let's like koncham we'll start in English also. So we'll do a both language.
We can always make it English.
English, yeah. So can COVID mother can immediately feed the baby after getting a vaccine?
Absolutely. Vaccine is very, very safe. There is no live virus. There is no medicine also in it. Manam milk this padeyalsina avasaram ledu. Immediately after that also she can feed the baby.
So meeru ee situation ela, like how you tell the family members, like because mother is positive and she's staying in a home and baby is there. Baby's like we have a babies around 4 months, so oka newborn babies, so oka 1 year babies unnar. Mother, their babies are so attached to the mother, they want to feed and all, but family is not at all willing to give the baby to the mother. And they're thinking that okay, mother will pass or mother will infect the baby, and mother is psychologically, mentally she's going through a lot of stress because already she is stressed, like she got she got that, and apart from that the family treating the mother, it's like it's caused so much of trauma to mothers. What advice will you give for mothers?
First we need to understand is postpartum, post-delivery. Lot of hormonal changes happen and women will be going through postpartum blues. So when that time, the family support is the most important thing. And when she's treated like untouchable just because it is given as COVID, that will lead her, push her into postpartum depression. So that is not advisable. Second thing, this is the time to educate the family. So educate the family that it is not important to separate the baby from the mother. And feeding the baby by the mother who is COVID positive or even vaccinated is very advantageous for her, because the antibodies which are produced will be passing on in the milk of the baby, and it will help her in help the baby in not getting the infection. What we need, apart from only this particular antibodies, lot of other antibodies and IgAs and all the proteins and everything are given to the baby through the mother's milk only. So please don't deprive the baby of those things and allow the mother to feed the baby.
So what if all the family members are positive? So how they need to take care of the baby?
See, for all the family members are positive, they all can stay in the same home. They don't have to isolate separately, but they all should be treated. They all should be isolated from the outside people. So we don't usually test the baby, because babies are usually very healthy and they're spreaders but never affected most. But definitely a pediatrician should be informed. The test to be done for the baby also, and baby should be fed by the mother's milk. That is important. But isolation, feeding proper good food, a high protein diet and green leafy vegetables and fish and chicken and all those proteinaceous food and lot of antioxidants, these are the most essential things, apart from the vitamin D, C, and the multivitamin with trace elements, omega-3 fatty acids. So if you take all these protective elements from your immunity improves. So you have your fighting spirits, your immunity, which improves in the way that your body is going to take care of COVID when it comes. So it all comes down to the viral load and the body's immunity. So the mask, when we tell triple layer mask, or you wear mask or double mask to wear, is because you might be exposed to virus, but the virus which comes to you will come down. Viral load will come down. The way your body is going to fight against the body is going to be more. So all of you out there, 3 sutras. 1, triple mask. 2nd, social distancing. 3rd, most important, is the vaccination. If you don't take vaccination, you are depriving yourself of the antibodies which is going to be produced by vaccination, which will help in protecting yourself when you are exposed to the COVID infection.
And one more question moms are asking, like they're facing, like the doctors are telling to stop breastfeeding because sometimes the mother is on high dose of medication, and for some doctors said to the mother, like, you are COVID positive, you should not feed the baby. So they're like, then she's not on medication too, but they're the person who got COVID, she's a doctor by herself. She wants to breastfeed her baby, but she got so confused, mixed reviews from everybody. So
the first, what we need to understand, the data is emerging. So as the data started coming, everybody was confused, everybody was there, everything. Very few people are given remdesivir post this thing. Usually the antiviral, which is the regular medicines which are given, so they are not harmful and mother can give the thing. But what we need to understand is that saving the baby and the mother is more important than the of the drug which is secreted into the milk. As the data is emerging, the data is extrapolated differently for developed countries and developing countries. We are still in the developing countries where we need to save our babies from other infections, other allergies, other food poisonings and all, which are very important, which can be deterred only when we are doing breastfeeding. Even if the mother is HIV positive, we still encourage the mother to feed the baby because we want to save the baby from other infections. So we need to understand that and encourage the mother into feeding the baby.
So there is one mother asking, like, doctors said, like, I'll just read out, like, is diarrhea in babies is common after getting COVID, because she is COVID positive and she started feeding the baby and baby started having diarrhea, and doctors said that it's a COVID related diarrhea, and they ask mother to stop breastfeeding.
See, it can be feeding diarrhea also. It could be COVID-related diarrhea also. But stopping is not the question, not the answer. Even if the diarrhea happens, you need to keep on feeding the baby. That is the way to look forward into that. But test the baby. If it is COVID, the treatment of the baby has to be started according to the in the form of the zinc drops or even the calcium drops and the vitamin C drops. So that is what is very, very important. So detecting whether it is breastfeeding allergy, breastfeeding diarrhea, or whether it is the COVID diarrhea or it's diarrhea because of any infection. is what we have to now take care.
What food you advise for lactating mother to have during this time?
So during this time, for everybody, not just lactating mother, we should be looking at high protein diet. When we're looking at the protein, because that is the bodybuilding, what we need to understand is this particular virus enters into the uh, cell of each body. Into, if it comes to me, it goes into each cell, into the mRNA, and then it kills that cell. So it is destroying the tissue in my body. So we need to take something which builds the body. So the body builder is the protein. So we should be looking at 60% of the protein. That is when we are looking at chicken or even omega-3 fatty acids in the form of fish or green leafy vegetables in the form of antioxidants, lots of salads. And we have to look at regular exercise, whatever we can do. But breathing exercises go a long way. So whether it is pranayama or spirometry, please, all of you out there, please improve your lung compliance so that it can be helping you when you're recovering from the COVID if at all it comes. So a lot of milk, and all these things are what we are looking at. And if you're looking at carbohydrates, it has to be a non-complex carbohydrates, which is all easily digestible carbohydrates are something which we are looking at.
So some of them got COVID and they isolated for 14 days, and after 14 days they're still having symptoms like running nose, cough, and cold. So, but when they do test, it says negative. So still they need to self-isolate, or they can be there in the house.
If they can be there in the house, but if the symptoms are there, it can be a simple viral infection also. That is also something which can spread from people to people. So always better to wear the mask if at all you're going out. Otherwise, stay at home, stay home, stay safe.
And the person who has other health morbidities like diabetes or hypertension, obesity, and thyroid, can they get vaccine?
Yes, in fact, they are the first people to take the vaccine because they are all comorbidities where the infection risk is very, very high. And if the infection comes for them, the chance of them going into the advanced state, in the sense severe state, is much, much higher. So all the comorbidities, whether in the form of cirrhosis or heart disease or renal disease or diabetes or hypertension or anything, please just go and take your vaccine. Vaccine is safe. Please take it. It will prevent you from getting the aggressive infection the way this particular mutant virus is.
Does vaccine cause any allergies to mother or to the baby?
Vaccine will not cause, but the adjuvants which are added in the vaccine, if you're allergic to them, it can cause. So check if you have any allergies to the adjuvant which is there. And if you're not allergic to that, please go back and take.
There is one mom is asking, some doctors are telling breastfeeding mother who all are going to work immediately only can vaccinate, rest can wait. Is that true? Or all the lactation mother can take vaccine?
Everybody can take, because virus will not differentiate between who is sitting at home, who is going to work, and who is a girl or a boy, or no racism, nothing for the virus. But only thing is that people who are going out are more exposed. Probably it is just because of vaccine drive they are being told like that. Otherwise, it is like stay home, stay safe. So if you're staying home hoping that you are safe, you can be postponing it for a later date. That is what they are trying to tell you. That's it.
So there is one question has been asked by most of the moms, like, can they use air conditioner in the house when mother, like somebody is positive in the house?
A question, because it is airborne. That's why that's the whole thing of taking the suction of the thing and spreading it out has come. This all has started because the Lancet has proven that it is airborne. So even inside the car, you have to wear your mask. So whether you're wearing your you're keeping your AC or not, you putting the mask is what has become very mandatory nowadays, even if you're staying alone at home. So it's your.
Yeah. So one more question is like, can if I'm positive, can I make my baby sleep beside me?
That is something which you can avoid totally. Feeding, yes, you give because antibodies are important, but only when the time of feeding, take the baby, feed, and give it back to the caretaker so that you can avoid the spread for 14 days. After 14 days, take the baby. The baby is yours. You can cuddle, you can hug, you can do whatever you want. For 14 days, keep it safe. It is important to give the antibodies and immunoglobulins from your breast milk and the proteins and everything anti-allergic things. That's why you feed the baby. But after that, give the baby to the caretakers.
So one mom is asking, like, while taking prednisolone, can she take vaccine?
While taking prednisolone,
Prednisolone.
yes. It's not a life-threatening disorder. Prednisolone and NSAIDs can be stopped 3 days and then go ahead for vaccine. The reason being that we don't want any immunity being low, the immune response to be less when you're taking the vaccine. So 3 days you can stop and go, but if it is a life-threatening that you have to be on it, please take it and go.
So how to take care of the newborn during this time?
Newborn, like I said, if you're not COVID positive, nothing to be worried. Just take care as any other thing, but improve your intakes post delivery. All of us gynecologists will tell your mother that you have to take 600 kilocalories more than what you take the normally. That is the first thing, and look at increased protein and average carbohydrate, less complex carbohydrates. But saying that, what is more important according to COVID times is the continuing vitamin traces, calcium and iron intake, along with the protein intake in the form of powders and omega-3 fatty acids. And don't forget your vitamin D supplements if you have to take it, and the calcium and the vitamin C supplements also. Don't forget the supplements at all. And you have delivered, your bones are going to be weaker. Please take your vitamin D and calcium. And don't forget your exercises also.
So if the mother is positive, will the baby will be the carrier to spread the virus to other family members?
Positive, it can become carrier because they don't show much symptom. That is why when you're feeding the baby, keep your mask on, feed, and give the baby to the caretaker so that you don't give the infection to the baby.
How about the pumping mothers? So they can express the milk and how they like other can feed the baby?
Yes, perfect way to do it if they are pumping.
So we have a mother, like the family has separated the baby from the mother, telling that you're gonna pass the COVID, and the mother end up having a lot of engorgement, pain, and lumps. So
Right.
how to take care of during that time?
Has to express the need if she's determined not to give the feed every 3-4 hours, because after 14 days she's going to feed the baby. If you don't take out the milk, then the milk suppression happens, and your brain will think nobody is drinking, so production is going to come down. So if you want to feed the baby after 14 days, please see that for the pain, take a Dolo or some painkiller. You can do hot fermentation also, but express the milk and throw it out if you don't want to feed the baby. But it is better to give the baby the expressed milk.
And there are the people in the community, they were giving cow's milk and other animal milk to the 4-month-old baby, like donkey milk they were giving to the baby, saying that that improves his immunity. We like I was like so shocked when I heard it, like, hey, please do save the baby, take the baby away from them. It's like, it's so shocking to hear when I heard that. So what do you advise for that mother?
Humans. That is the first thing I would like to say. Okay? The first priority is always human milk for humans. So baby is a human, please give only mother's milk. Nowadays we have the breast bank or breast milk banks also available. So if you are not able to feed the baby from the mother by any reason, please go for the breast milk banks, and then you can collect the mother milk and then give it to the baby. So that is another way of doing it, but definitely not all these milks which we don't know. So any milk which is pasteurized is a second option compared to the if the mother's milk is not being given.
So it's like WHO says not to give anything except breast milk or formula
Yes.
till 6 months. No
Right.
water, like it's summer, so they can give water to the baby or no? It's like WHO says no.
Usually, just the mother's milk is more than enough. Baby does not need any extra water in the form of anything. That is, a mother's milk is more than enough to hydrate the baby in every form. So we usually do not give or encourage it, but if necessary, by whatever purpose you want to give. Like very rarely when the babies are having constipation, only one way we advise, some pediatricians do advise, is lukewarm water with 3 spoons with honey or sugar in it, and making the baby take that in the form of a syrup, so which acts like a laxative. That's it. If you don't want, you are not interested in giving a laxative. Otherwise, babies do not need even the water. Mother's milk is more than enough.
That should be like whatever the advice you have given, it's only recommended, it's been given by the doctor if baby has some condition.
Right. Otherwise, it's only mother's milk only.
So one asking, like, is cow's milk or buffalo milk, which milk is nutrition in pregnancy?
It's like I said, the pasteurized milk. You don't want infection. You cannot take all that directly from the cow or the buffalo and give. No, please take the milk which comes to your house, which is pasteurized. We don't want any viruses or anything coming to the mother also. So take it from any, whether it is Vijaya or Heritage or anything which is a pasteurized milk. That is what is more important.
So does any food causes COVID?
Food will never cause COVID. Food will only improve the immunity so you can fight against the COVID.
So they were so panicked, like, okay, we are buying food from the outside, the vendors might be positive. So
So then
they
it
were
is
like
contaminant. So
contamination.
then you have to just sanitize your things when you get into your house. That is what is more important. But how much can we sanitize is the $1,000,000 question, because now that it is airborne.
Yeah.
It is only thing is you have to keep your mask on, social distancing on, and sanitizing everything, whatever you see. That's it.
So can they put masks to the babies? Face masks to the
Then
baby?
mask to a baby, but don't suffocate it, don't put it too tight. That is the only thing I can do. I can tell. But otherwise, if the baby is with the mother, I don't need any reason. As long as you're maintaining social, you do not need it.
The
Unless you take the baby out of the house.
CDC says no mask
Let's
till 2 years.
right. CDC says no mask for people who are vaccinated also. But that cannot apply for Indians in India, because in India, vaccination is not complete. Vaccination should be complete for us to go outside without without the mask. Just because we are vaccinated, the other person is not vaccinated, then their infection can still come to us. Remember that. That's why if you're taking the baby out, then, but at home, you don't need. And what's very important is sudden infant death syndrome. That's all because of sudden application. That is the reason CDC says no masks. But the mask, when we are doing it, we are talking about is when we are exposing the child to outside. Otherwise, at home, not needed.
So the final advice you give for mainly for our
Don't
lactating mothers?
don't take the baby outside. Stay at home. Feed the baby. Take the vaccine. That is what I would tell for the feeding mothers.
Yeah. So we have one mom is asking, like, can honey or jaggery can be taken in pregnancy? Is it safe?
But if you are not diabetic, then you are GDM, gestational diabetes, then avoid them. Otherwise, you can take them. In fact, that is rich in iron. We would advise you to take it.
After delivery, when can we take a vaccine?
Anytime. It is pandemic time. You cannot keep counting the days. Just go and take the vaccine.
I had came across one family. They're like they're seeing Mugutam to get a vaccine so that it will be like more good for them. So Mugutam means like good time.
Even muhurtam for even vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh, the muhurtams for cesarean, muhurtam for operations, but not for vaccine also. Okay.
I was like, okay, do you really need that during this pandemic time?
Absolutely. That is like sheer idiocy is I can only say foolishness.
Yeah, because there is a lot of misinformation passed on, like you should not get vaccine when you are getting your periods. You should not get your vaccine when you're doing this. A lot of myths. There more than good information. There's a lot of negative information is passed on.
True. And people are ready to listen to that. But there's a very famous saying, rumors are started by evil mongers, spread by people who have no other work, and then heard and followed by people who are fools. So I think we should remember these are the rumors and we should not be following them.
So, can you please repeat the food and supplements to be taken in
Supplements
this
are
COVID?
tablets, vitamin D, vitamin C, and calciums. What we need to take, food would be the antioxidant food, that is green leafy vegetable and all the salads, and omega-3 fatty acids like fish, etc., and high protein like chicken, pulses, and all those things you have to look at. So, and milk. So these are all having a lot of protein, and banana is something which is very biologically available. Protein is again egg. So please take all these things and then take care of yourself. Stay home. Stay safe.
So after delivery, so this is a repeated question. After delivery, how many days you should wait to take a vaccine? Same question, and they were asking like what if we completed the first dose vaccine, how long like to wait to get a second dose?
You wait 4 weeks for the second dose.
4 weeks. So which one do you advise? They are asking the same question. There are two vaccines.
Safe, just take it.
Because I stay in US, here we have like Moderna and Pfizer. So it's like, okay, get Moderna, get Pfizer, whatever is available. We are like, okay, whatever is available, we get it.
I know. Here, Covishield, Covaxin, whatever is available for you, just go and take it. Both are safe.
So is a vaccine is given free or is a paid one?
If for the private hospitals, it is little paid around actually it started off with 140 rupees or something. Now it is around 340 or 300 rupees. Not very expensive. It might go up to 600 is what they were telling. So we'll have to wait and see.
So if the mother is positive, so how to monitor her symptoms, like to monitor her oxygen, like what things she need to list, like keep in a list.
Self-isolate. Keep watching if breathlessness comes or fever which is not coming down, or you're walking and you're becoming breathless, or if you have a pulse ox, the pulse oximetry is coming down. So these are all the things you have to think of, and immediately you need to meet your doctor.
So it's they're asking, can we take antibiotics after getting COVID vaccine?
Yes, please, you can take antibiotics for whatever reasons. You can have two parallel lines. You can take care of your treating things and even this vaccine. You can.
So there is one of my favorite questions. Somebody asked me, like, can normal delivery woman or C-section woman, can she eat chicken? Okay, parents are saying don't eat chicken for 1 year. Is it correct? So, we have so many myths. Mana dantlo idi tinoddu, adi tinoddu. It's like tons.
Nonsense. Only thing we tell people not to eat much later is like high fatty foods. The reason being that in pregnancy, because of the high progesterone, there will be a higher chance of gallbladder stones forming. And after delivery, we eat lot of ghee and lot of oil-based food where cholesterol stones are high to form. Gallbladder stones, that is what we call it as cholelithiasis, will have a higher incidence. That is the reason we tell them not to eat lot of high fatty foods. Rest all, we want you to take high protein foods, and protein is chicken is protein. So please take chicken.
So there's like no need to avoid any food unless until they're having any health conditions. So it's like let's talk in Telugu for some time. So mana dantlo endante doctor advice kanna like expert advice kanna inti pakkanola maata pakkindola maata phone WhatsApp the Facebook or Instagram మెసేజెస్ చూసే ఎందుకంటే ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ లో చూసాం అనుకో ఒక మెసేజ్ చూడగానే మళ్ళీ స్క్రాల్ చేయగానే మళ్ళీ దానికి కాంట్రవర్సీ మెసేజ్ చూస్తాము. సో ఇట్స్ లైక్ అందరు ఏం చేయాలి, లైక్ అందరు అన్ని బిలీవ్ చేసేస్తున్నారు కానీ ఎవిడెన్స్ బేస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏం వినట్లేదు. సో వాళ్ళకి ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు?
ఒక్కటి ఏంటంటే మన విజ్ఞతనే ఆలోచించాలి, ఏది కరెక్ట్ అనేది మనం ఆలోచించాలి. ఈ జనరేషన్ వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ పెద్దవాళ్ళ మాట వినరు, కానీ కొన్ని విషయాల్లో వినాలి కదండి, మా అత్తగారు చెప్పారు, మా అమ్మగారు చెప్పారు అంటారు. సో దానికి అప్పుడు మీ నాలెడ్జ్ ఏమవుతుంది? దిస్ జనరేషన్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంటెలిజెంట్, వీఆర్ ప్రౌడ్ ఆఫ్ ద జనరేషన్, ప్లస్ బట్ యూస్ యువర్ brains. See, when human beings are the same, when something which is right for Japan or USA, why is it not right for us? When they are eating and nothing is going to happen to them, why should it happen to us? So ఇవన్నీ మనం ఆలోచించాలి. వాళ్ళకి లేని ముహూర్తాలు మనకెందుకు పనికి అవసరం? సో ఇలాంటివన్నీ మనం ఆలోచిస్తే మనం ఎంత మూర్ఖత్వానికి వెళ్తున్నామో అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది. చికెన్ ఎందుకు తినకూడదు అనేది ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మనల్ని మనం ఆలోచిస్తే, అన్ని తప్పు అని నేను చెప్పను, పెద్దవాళ్ళు చెప్పేవి అన్ని తప్పు అవడవు, రీజన్స్ తప్పు సరిగ్గా తెలియకపోవచ్చు కానీ చాలా కరెక్టే చెప్తారు వాళ్ళు. కానీ మనం అది అర్థం చేసుకుని మన విజ్ఞతని ఉపయోగించి మనం తేడా తెలుసుకుని మనం బిహేవ్ చేయాలి.
సో ఇంకొకటి అడుగుతున్నారు, లైక్ ఇట్స్ హౌ సోలార్ అండ్ లూనార్ ఎక్లిప్స్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ ఉమెన్, అండ్ ఇస్ ఇట్ సూపర్స్టిషియస్ or is it true, or it's true, how it's going to impact? Even I have came across like lactation mother during the eclipse, like breastfeeding mother, she should not feed the baby because baby will get grahanam, that, and they stop like
and telling the whole these things. I don't know what grahanams and all, but if there is increased UV light or radiation effect outside, that can affect the baby between 18 to 28 weeks. With the pregnant woman is there 18 to 28 weeks and exposed to extra radiation, that can cause abnormalities in the baby, but not all these grahanams and all.
So we can stay home and safe.
Yeah, you can stay home. If you are worried, stay home and stay safe. You don't have to stop feeding. You don't have to do all those things. Okay? You should not cook. The utensils are this thing. They're all in bakwas. Yes, going out, if the radiation level, if the experts tell that radiation level outside in this particular time is going to be high, don't get exposed to that radiation. But rest all, fine. Lunar eclipse, radiation is not there. Solar eclipse, sometimes some eclipses, there are radiation effect outside. Those things avoid. Otherwise, not necessary.
So what solid food, like after 6 months we start solids to the baby kada, immunity high unchadaniki, what food you advise for the 6 months, like after 6 months for the baby?
We usually tell them to start off with mashed potatoes, mashed apple, all mashed slowly, small things of carrot and banana. These are things we start introducing into the baby after 6 months, and slowly go after the regular rice and everything. Okay, the tract production coming from the 6th month. So that's when slowly we need to develop the gastrointestinal tract and go on to the normal diets.
So someone is asking, is COVID is airborne? Yeah, it's everywhere. So we having repeated questions everywhere. Yeah.
I think and stop. It's already crossed half an hour.
Yeah. And yeah, so the last questions, like I'm getting too much back pain after the birth. Is there any mention to
like method to alleviate it? The best method is doing it. Number one thing about pregnancy. In pregnancy, there is a relaxin hormone and progesterone hormone, which are produced, which relax all the ligaments in the spine. So when they are relaxed, when we are standing, our weight of a human body falls from the head to the spine, to the pelvis, to the bone, to the earth with the gravity. So when the bones become bent like this, that's when the back pain comes. So you need to do regular exercises so that the ligaments can get strengthened. So if you don't do your postpartum exercises, whether it is normal delivery or cesarean, your backs are not going to get strengthened, and your calcium and vitamin D supplements, if you don't take, you're going to have lifelong pain in the back. So take your supplements, do exercises. That is the way to go.
And thank you so much, ma'am. You're taking time to clarify all our doubts, and we're looking forward to have more session with you and discuss more in detail.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. So we had a live, so it was a good experience to us to get evidence-based information. So somebody is asking till what age one should take supplements. It's like you take supplements as long as you can. Supplements are good and it helps you to boost your immunity and keep you strong. So take care, and somebody wants to join. So yeah, we just crossed the time, so we're gonna come back again to discuss your doubts. So take care, stay safe. The key word from our life is stay safe, stay healthy, and put your mask on. Don't go out. So try to self-isolate and take care. And thank you so much for everyone for joining.